Now we need to go the illustrated manual. So we have to head backtrack just a little bit. And come over this direction. Oh, there is stuff in here. Alright. I want up in here. There we go. What goodies do we get? Cartridge, blocker, shunt, parts. And this one's empty. What a ripoff.
Okay, keep him quiet.
We do have bodies laying here. It's kind of a giveaway that there's people here. I mean, free gubs, right? Get up here for cover. Right. Abandoned outpost discovered. Right, so there's one person. Is that all we got is one? Oh, there's somebody back there. How about if we go around back? So apparently there is no quick sneak. You try and quick sneak, you just end up running. So there's a lookout. So I want to come in here to my inventory. So that does 31 and that does 28. So this one definitely does more damage on the thing. Oh, we got another one over there.
Eyes up! Next one! That's gotta hurt. That's the last of them.
All right, that went well. I know you got shot, but I didn't. I don't think I shot you that time, did I? I'm getting a bunch of junk here. I'd like to get some newer stuff. Speaking of which, 16, 17, yeah. So Parvati, how's your armor doing? Let's give you this. There you go. Look a little nice little square head. Let's come up here, check these corpses. So across the road, we'll go into the cannery. Anybody in here? Another crapper? Yeah. Greeno, cartridge, impact. Oh, ooh, lots of good stuff. What we got here? Oh, the collector's letter. Just got the letter today. Relocate to Edgewater Cannery. Effective immediately is a shame. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. Don't want those book molderings in some contraband's locker, so stash them all in a cave under the river. Of course you did. So let us find where that's going to be. Is that? Oh, that's it over there. All right. Got everything out of here. Let's run upstairs and take a peek. See if there's any delicious snatchables. We have heavy ammo. Adrenal. Alright, we'll take all of that. Yeah, that was, ow. Just trying to jump over, see if I could cross over to this place. Okay, so the cave entrance looks like we're backtracking a little bit. Follow me, Parvati. Go this way. Let's see if there's any bad guys over here. I'm not seeing anything. Might be some loots to get a hold of. Transport wreckage. Let's see if we can go to high ground here and get a view. Alright, it looks like it's clear. A couple of these Mr. Ouch mods. That looks like a mine to me. Yes, it is. Pick the old... Okay, there's the journal of M. Bacano that we had to find. Bracelet, energy cells, light ammo, cartridge, lots of good loots. Alright. So now that we have that done, let's go back to our journal here. The long tomorrow, return the medicine and return to the vicar, and then we could get on with the main quest. So maybe we'll go to the southeast, so that direction. Yeah, we came in from down here. Alright, so here's Edgewater. Nice and close. Sounds creepy as hell out here. You keep it up, Parvati? Good girl. Alright. So now we need to make a choice. Are we going to give this stuff to the guy or the girl? Because he wanted it for his hypochondriacism or whatever.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Alright, so we can either go into Abernathy or... Alright, look, I'm just a dick looking to make a buck, but I hate seeing waste like that, so we'll give it to her.
I've got some time.
So I got that medicine you were after.
Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Never gonna see me again? That's kind of harsh. Why don't you give me something to remember you by?
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little contingency fee in case you tried to negotiate with me.
Who are you going to give that medicine to? I mean...
Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
That's good. That's good. Alright. Well, I'll leave you be. Where is Mr. Vicar? Over this way. Guys, might want to think about putting down some brick or something. I mean, looks like you made your streets out of dried clay. Tends to fall apart when it's muddy.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
Maybe bake that clay first. Let's go get this to Mr. Pompous Ass. You better pay well, buddy.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
I've got your books. They're right here.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
I think you're overreacting a bit, don't you? Don't you think? I mean, you could find somebody to translate the French. You've got the book.
Overreacting? Do you have any idea how many years I spent in... No. You couldn't possibly know, could you? I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Wow, you sound like a real dick. So this is some kind of a cosmic retribution.
Yes, you're right. Such are the workings of the equation. And I've only my own hubris to blame. I certainly never planned for this contingency. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
I don't know if I want you on my crew. What's in it for me?
Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in
Parvati.
the party.
I'm 28.
Yeah, she's
Exactly.
28.
I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though.
I don't think that I would ever want
I'm
you
fairly
as a
competent
companion.
at hacking computers as well.
Okay, well that's interesting. Spiritual counseling. Are you even a real vicar?
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
So how'd you get assigned to prison duty?
Most laypeople are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's the long and short of it. So, what do you think?
I don't think you were completely honest with me about that book. But yeah, what's the story?
It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was perverted into that belief system. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of that came later. Bakonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan.
I'm not sure I want to lose Parvati yet, so yeah, I don't think so. Alright, your companion has leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Alright, Parvati. What do you got in perks there? More health? 30% threat generated. Increase the amount of threat this companion generates. Okay, so they're more likely to be attacked or less likely to be attacked. Increase your engineering skill when Parvati is in the party. Yeah, I'll do that. Do I have any more points? No. So now we need to go find the geothermal place. Deliver Reed's message. Now let's get out of this churchy area. So we want to head out to the north door. Alright, we've cleared this out. Really want to try this. Ooh, there we go. That's a pretty large camp of them. Oh, that was you, sorry. Can't believe I took no damage on that. I heard he was swinging at me. Sorry I shot you. Fog of battle and all that stuff. Fog of war. Okay, so we don't need to go that direction. We need to go back where we came from and head over to the geothermal plant. Talk to this, I think it's Adelaide it was.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Yeah, let me put my gun away so you don't get the wrong idea. Don't mind me.
I don't know you.
I don't know
Whatever
you either.
you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Yeah, I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Don't tell me you're scared of a few marauders.
I've crossed off my share of marauders. This ain't about them. I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma.
How well do you know her?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem so personable. I can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
I'll keep an eye out for her.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Well, unless the marauders got to her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places.
Could do without the gallows humor.
Ah, sorry. Alright, I will leave you be. So here we are. Just kind of walk into these buildings like we own them. Cop a squat on the toilet pot. And take anything else that's not nailed down. Close that door. Now, Parvati, I hope you haven't anything against me borrowing these things. So what we got here? I suppose if I shot their chicken, they wouldn't like it too much.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
I'm told that one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Tell me a little bit about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this cereal. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
What happened on the day that she disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
And was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Alright, I'll see you around. Zoe's Journal, page 22. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the marauder threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of a barrel's fire, probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me, living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare coin of salt tuna, spare cans. Should last me a couple of weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everybody loves adrenatime, even marauders, right? I got odds those marauders will let me throw it in with them if I dangle a couple syringes of adrenatime before their eyes. This is going to be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm going to have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Yeah, that doesn't sound like it'll go wrong at all. What do we got here? Zoe's Journal, page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know what I'm writing this down. I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever want to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh, wow, I did hate the Vale once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and I grabbed a little too much adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I got to treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happens to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime and suddenly you're committing larceny. Yep, them's the rules. Alright, so I think we know what happened to her. Don't know if we're going to have to kill her when we find her. So here we got here a deserter. Get out of my way, deserter. Oh, wait, I just stole that right in front of that guy. What a dumbass. Sorry, man. No, I didn't. Oh, wait, that was Parvati. Phew. Phew. Gotta be smart about that. Alright, let's go ahead and before I get myself in trouble, let's go talk to Adeline. Or Adrenaline, or Adelie, whatever her name is. This is kind of neat. Nice little greenhouse.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Isn't it though? I was just thinking the same thing. I do want to steal stuff out of here, but Where is she at? There she is. Right there, and I didn't even see her?
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but
Ew.
it's been cleaned.
Good. Look, Reed sent me up here to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
He said that you're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery, and that's about it.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp, it's got a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Well, you see, I'm not really looking to be a hero. So what do you got against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Yeah, I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
Let's say I do help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Alright, I'll consider it. But this is a lot to think about.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
I don't suppose you'd give me your opinion, Parvati.
Where are we headed?
I didn't think so. We'll talk later. Alright, well, looks like we're gonna be stuck between sides here. I don't know what to do in this. I guess what I need to do is stick it to the man.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Well, let's go talk to him.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Oh, is that not Thomas? Deserter. There's Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm just passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
Of course it has.
Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Well, it's never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering?
Oh, indeed
Comes
I
in
have.
a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Well, I suppose since I'm going to be saving this ragtown... Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I happen to have one of those data pads you wanted on me.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 1. Found it in the community center archives.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Well, thank you very much. I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I want to ask you something else.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
All right, I should go. You two are... yeah. Give him a hug. All right, so let's check our missions here. Frightened engineer, a few kindred spirits. So find the 3 volumes. Find Zoe. Why don't we go get those engineer volumes? I think that would be something a little more doable. And if we check the map, so one of them is back here in town. Okay, we have skill points available. So we have 10 more skill points. And so I'm going to put this into stealth. All of it. There we go. We're looking for that manual. And it is upstairs, it looks like. And we got it. What do we got here? Use terminal. Lost and found. Found. One left hand, severed at the wrist. Some bone damage. People, this is our second unscheduled amputation in as many months. Please exercise caution and safety around machinery. Maintenance fees will be deducted from your pay. Didn't that one guy die from... that was buried? He had a severed hand? I wonder if that's it. Okay, so... think we'll stop off here for a bathroom break. In fact, we'll save it.